Is it my volume? Is it too low? Is it too high?
No, you sound great, dog.
You too, man. Absolutely. Some things never change.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Oh, we're changing our shirts.
Not this time.
Okay.
I'm over it.
So sorry. So you were mid inhale, ready to exhale. All right, go, go, go. My
You're
bad.
fine.
I took a lease out on your heart. I took a lease out on your heart. Can I at least have fun? Can I at least have fun? Can I at least have fun?
Welcome back, everybody. We are References. You are the audience, and together we are on a quest for Dynasty Domination. How is it going over there, Daniel?
Oh, I'm just happy to be here, man. It's going good. Looking at all these rookies, and I can't even call them rookies yet because they haven't been assigned to their new homes. But I think there's enough to go around, man. I'm getting pretty pumped about this NFL draft coming up.
Yeah, it's not the strongest class, as we will see by what I deem the weakest portion of our 64 tournament bracket,
Ooh,
60
shots
guy
fired.
graphic. It's pretty bad over here in the West Coast right now, in terms of rookies coming in the NFL, but it's still fun to dig into all these guys. So
Of
if you were
course,
here in the
of
last
course.
episode, you saw us do the South. Now we're hitting the West. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So West number one seed is Jordan
Hmm.
Tyson, wide receiver out of Arizona State. And he's going up against the 16 seed in LJ Johnson Jr., running back out of California. And if you're thinking, who is
Hmm.
that? You're not alone. Guys, the western portion of this bracket this year was super hard to fill out. Not a lot of names. I was digging for scraps. I even moved Nebraska into the West, as you'll see later when we move on, just to get some juice out here in the West.
We're gonna
Um,
have to go pre-1800s, anything west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, like we had to change some stuff for this. As suffice it to say, LJ Johnson would not make the bracket in previous years and is not even sniffing t Jordan Tyson right now.
No, dude, but this dude definitely had some buzz coming out of high school because there is
Mhm.
more YouTube footage of him playing high school football than there are of him playing college football. And
That's crazy.
I tried very hard to prove that statement false. But no, didn't really hit the ground running. You mentioned it. He played for couple of different teams, Texas A&M,
Hmm.
SMU. Then he made it to Cal, and he was pretty limited statistically with only 1,100 yards in 5 years.
Yeah.
Uh, didn't even do us the courtesy of adding much as a receiver.
Mm-mm.
He's got some quick feet on his limited work, but I honestly had to watch the entire condensed game with Cal versus San Diego State to see him in action.
Oh
And
wow.
that was his best game statistically last year, 10 carries for 39 yards.
Mm.
All came after a 21-point lead late in the third quarter.
Sounds about
So
right.
it wasn't what needed to be happening for him to impress me. Put down a 4.55 40 at 2:05, and I'm just wondering, you know, what's going on, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, I mean 120 yards this season. Like you said, transferred three schools. His career high was 2023 at 576 yards for SMU. Decent size, but there's just nothing that's getting could get you excited at the next level. He's likely an undrafted free agent if he even gets signed to one of those
Yeah,
contracts. So, not a
yeah.
chance. Number one
Hey,
seed
we
Jordan
look at
Tyson.
all of them though,
Yeah,
man.
we get all the names. Yeah, he's not on the PFF big board, but he is on NFL Draft Buzz as their 30th ranked wide receiver for the 2026 class. So there you go. That's how I found him. Moving on is Jordan Tyson, LJ Johnson staying put in California. All right.
Yeah.
The number 8 seed, Jacoby Lane, wide receiver out of USC, going up against the number 9 seed, Byron Cardwell Jr., running back out of San Diego State, right? Did I have that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
San
was in
Diego
that
State.
game versus LJ
Oh,
Johnson.
so you got them both. You got
I
them
did. I double dipped on
both.
that film, man. It was a good
Hell
one.
yeah. That's how you had to do because I can copy and paste everything we said about Johnson Jr. for Cardwell Jr. Would not be in the tournament
uh,
in other years. He does take up our number 9 seed, which is our small school
Small town.
standout. But that was tough to even find a small school out here in the West that had somebody. Um, he has a bit better size than Johnson Jr. 210. But again, severe lack of production. 835 yards throughout 4 seasons in college with a high of 417, 7 total touchdowns for his entire career.
Mhm.
Um, guys, we needed names
Yep. He
and we
did,
needed more running backs.
let it be, man. Let's see what happens. See
Was
what
hoping for
happens.
more when we turned on the tape, was hoping to be surprised and shocked, but again, likely
Yeah.
an undrafted free agent.
129 yards in that game versus Colorado State. Tell
Ooh,
you
okay.
what, that was a
Okay.
second half wonder as well.
Nice. Hell
So
yeah.
yeah,
But no chance. So Jacoby Lane moving on.
dude. Yeah, I like Lane. Just speaking real quick on how this was a no-brainer. I thought the gauntlet drill for him was pretty sexy. I'm
Mm.
giving him credit at the combine. So that turned me into a Lane believer. We'll see how he goes.
Yeah, we will see. I do like Lane as well. Good size as well as some a pretty decent 40 if I recall. But we'll talk about him next week. So 8 seed moving on, 9 seed staying put. Next up we got the 5 seed, Emmett Johnson, running back out of
Eesh,
Nebraska, going
eesh,
against the 12 seed, John
eesh.
Michael Gillenborg, tight end out of Wyoming. Two of
Gillenborg.
Daniel's
I love
guys
these
over
guys.
there.
Give me
Uh,
all the Gillenberg.
I feel like Johnson got this one though, huh?
Yeah, dude, he got lucky after doing what he did at the
Combine
combine.
not great for Emmett
Come on,
Johnson.
dude. I can run a 4.56. Give it to me. Yeah, but
Borg, I don't know.
Borg, Borg,
Borg, I think.
Borg. He spiced it up, man. He got himself back. I think we let this guy.
At the Senior Bowl, right?
Yeah, man. He got cooked, dude. He's just like slapping the ball to DBs the same as he did in college with this 11% drop rate. It was horrible. But then
Yeah.
he comes out here and he runs a 4.6 40,
Mm.
the 93rd percentile speed score. And it's got a good burst to back it up. So, really, he had good production on limited play time. So I can't like fully hate on him. But there's just, you know, just just no chance that Emmett Johnson. He came all the way from Nebraska to kick your ass, Mr. Gillenberg.
Yeah, I know
Borg.
any Nebraska fans, I get it. You're in the
Yeah,
Midwest.
we get you.
I
Big.
needed names.
Yeah.
Sorry. Um, but yeah, Galenborg is interesting. Big body, 6'6", large
Yeah.
catch radius, 4'6" at 6'6" is
Yeah.
pretty
It's
crazy.
very, yeah, he landed back on the map with that 40.
Yeah, for sure. Would like to see better contested catch numbers for a guy that's 6'6", 33% this year, and his career is 47. Not terrible, but like 14 of 30 is not great to me for a guy that's 6'6". You would just like to see better. And I would like to see him have better stats coming out of Wyoming as well. I mean, his career high was 437 yards with 3 touchdowns. Maybe that's just scheme or whatever, but 1,029 yards and 7 touchdowns as a starter. It's not
Yeah.
terrible for a tight end coming out of college, but it's not great either. And against less than stellar competition in Wyoming too. And then I feel like this just echoes for all these tight ends. There's so many of them. Just not really good run blocking grades. 53.6 was his best year as a starter, coming from from PFF on his run blocking grade. 37.9 was this last year. So he's a big body
Wow.
receiving threat, that maybe gonna see limited action because he needs to develop to be on the field at all times. For me personally, I don't know that he's going to be worth a rookie pick in the
No.
top three, but he's worth keeping an eye on because of just the traits he has are really interesting in terms of receiving tight end.
Yeah. I think that yeah, gonna go ahead and open and close, shut the case on this one, my friend.
Fair enough. All right, so Emmett Johnson, the 5 seed, moving on. John Michael Gillenborg, staying put.
Gillenberg.
All right, we got another tight end, number 4 seed, Kenyon Sadiq out of
Bring
Oregon,
it.
going up against the 13 seed and Malik Banson,
Manson.
wide receiver out of Oregon. And I mean, you can't touch Sadiq with what he put on the combine. Uh,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was, I mean, I've been suspicious of the high end for Sadiq, and I am no longer suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm in full support of everything that he has to offer. He is without a doubt uh top in the class, If you didn't already know, now you
Yeah.
know.
Likely a first round pick, or not like pretty. I mean, yeah,
Dude,
likely
yeah.
it'd be very surprising if he
I don't
wasn't.
think he's getting past a halfway point, if
Yeah,
personally.
I
But
agree. But you know who else turned some heads with some good numbers? Malik
yeah,
Benson, man.
no.
Malik Benson comes out 6 foot 189, 4.37, a 1.55 10-yard split. So really good speed. And that
Mhm.
10-yard split is something to keep an eye on for all these guys. But he played at three different schools: Alabama,
Yes.
Florida State, Oregon. So all like high-end
Good
schools too.
schools. Yeah.
So like people wanted him. These high schools wanted, or the high-end schools wanted him. Really only found success at Oregon, 719 yards and 6 touchdowns. But when you watch the tape, you can see that he ran a 4.3, a touchdown against Washington. He caught a crossing route over the middle of the field and just took off through a crowd of like three or four defenders in the middle of the field and just left them in the dust. I think he tracks the ball really well and has some good concentration. Only 4 drops in 3 seasons. Pretty good for the speedster. And he has some special teams ability as well, which I think will attract some NFL teams. He had a punt return against USC that was really nice. Run blocking could use some work, especially with him being 189. I don't think it's going to get that much better at the NFL level. But I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how he can develop. I feel like he'll end up being mostly just a speedster special
Yeah.
teamer for an NFL roster, but he definitely turned some heads. Speed
Yeah.
is the name of the game in the NFL. That's the nature. He's going to get a job due to that 40.
Yeah. I wasn't impressed by the route tree, but I
Yeah,
did think
that's
he
fair.
did a good job of positioning himself well downfield, like you're saying, tracking the ball. So, but I never trust anyone named Benson that went to Florida State. That's what
That's
I'm
fair.
doing. So I'm out.
All right, fair enough. So Malik Benson does not move on. Kenyon Sadiq moving up in the round of 32 to the round of 32. All right, 6 seed running back Jonah Coleman out of Washington going up against the 11 seed Chase Roberts out of BYU. I did a profile on Chase Roberts, and my opinions have not really changed. I mean, he came out and he ran a 4.6 40, which is kind of what I expected. 1.6 on the uh 10-yard split, and then okay burst score, 73, 73rd percentile. But just, I mean, just what I kind of thought about him this entire time was just like he's fine. He's completely fine as a wide receiver 4 or 5. Um, he plays well in terms of like coming back for the quarterback, finding gaps in coverage. I don't think his route tree is super diverse as of yet. I think he's a solid, consistent player that you can like rely on when you randomly want to throw him the ball, but I don't think he'll be anything more than that at the next level.
Yeah, he did. I mean, his presence on the field was good and you could feel it, but he wasn't like spectacular, right? So he
Hmm.
had some reliable nature to his presence, but then the 60% catch rate and the 8 drops was like, okay, so you look reliable, but when it comes to the catch point,
Hmm.
maybe not. So, yeah, he looked like he was the kind of guy that had some potential, but hadn't really tapped into it. So I wasn't too impressed. I thought it was pretty easy win for Coleman.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with this running back class not being the greatest. Anybody we can try to gravitate towards in that running back room, we're gonna snatch. So, Jonah Coleman, running back, moves on. Chase Roberts is staying here. Next up, we got the number three seed Denzel Boston, wide receiver out
Wow.
of Washington, going up against the number 14 seed Noah Whittington, running back out of Oregon. I feel like all I need to say for this one is Whittington started college in 2020. Uh,
Straight up.
just not interested in a 25-year-old rookie running back who his best season was his latest at 829 yards and six touchdowns, which is respectable. But 25, gonna probably turn 26 by the end of his rookie year. I forget what his birth date was, but
It's a, it's a 24.7, you know?
okay, so oh, that's the way I did it. Sorry. 25 when the season starts is
Yep.
what I mean. So just not worth a rookie pick in my opinion.
Ouch, dude. Excuse my friend, Noah. No,
I
that's
mean,
the
fine, the NFL like a sixth or seventh, whatever, but like a dynasty rookie pick, nah, you
it's in
miss me
my
with
notes
that.
literally said advanced in age at 24.7 is a bit of an automatic L here.
Yeah, like
So, but yeah, he did have good pass blocking grades, and he had a good rushing grade, 85.5.
yeah.
Some good efficiency with the 6.4 yards per carry this past year, but he was never, featured. So it's easy to have some of these things when you're fresh constantly and you've been around working on your doctorate and whatnot. So give it to him. Denzel Boston got this
Yep.
one.
Denzel Boston moving on and Noah Whittington staying put. All right, so we are cooking through the West, which makes
Yeah.
sense. It's not a good side of the
It's
bracket.
not good yet. It's not good yet.
But
There's
this
some hot shots in here.
this matchup though that we're coming up on is kind of
Ooh,
fun. The seven
spicy.
seed Sam Roush, tight end out of Stanford,
Yeah.
big strong boy at 6'6",
Ooh,
267, going up against the 10 seed Bryce Lance, out of South Dakota. Trey Lance's little brother. Where'd you land on this
North
one?
Dakota?
Or sorry, North Dakota. My bad.
I was in one of the Dakotas on this one.
I was too.
Um,
Yeah.
I gave it to Lancey Lance.
Lance had a fantastic combine.
He next leveled it.
Yeah, he did. Bryce Lance,
98% all the way. Even that
yeah,
catch radius. Nasty.
fourth, 4.3, 440, a 1.49 on the 10-yard split, 41 and a half inch
Ooh,
vert, 11 and 1 on the broad jump, 98th percentile burst score, 6'3", 204. That's gonna turn heads.
went
Uh,
nuts.
Similar to Christian Watson's
Uh-oh.
profile and came in out of the same school, kind of crazy.
Uh-oh.
So I do think he's played himself into being like a day two pick easily.
I think so too. I think that there's a lot of pop and it's a cool name, get it right on the second Lance. We did this with the
Yeah.
St. Browns,
Yeah, for
we can
sure.
do it
We did.
again. But
Um,
I was super shocked by Rouse's his combine day. I mean,
yeah.
you mentioned the size 6'6", 265. That's pretty thick for a tight end these
Hmm.
days that has some good pass catching. And I profiled him a while back, and I described him as like crisp and stealthy, and being able to position himself well and control his advantage. And I thought he just was kind of like cerebral in his approach because he's
Hmm.
a Stanford Ivy leaguer. But come to find out, he's probably just dumb with insane athleticism because he put down a 4.740, the speed scored 91st and 95th on the burst score. So it
Yeah.
wasn't, it wasn't all out smart in the DBs. There was a lot of physical ability to back it up. So I thought that was an arrow up for him,
Yeah.
but he just got smacked with the Lance here, little Lance brother.
I agree. But we talk about these big body receiving threat tight ends. Like I like Roush more than Gillenborg for
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
big time.
6'6", 267 at that speed is crazy.
Give it to him.
Contested catch rate again. feels weird. 47% for a career, not terrible. 40% this past year, 4 out of 10. At
Hmm.
6'6", 267, I'd like to see you bodying more fools for the ball. But I mean,
Dude, yeah. He was running like a Slim Jim, dude. He wasn't, yeah. He
yeah,
wasn't going up like a big man. He was trying to be stealthy about it. So,
which is crazy. Like, just snatch him away, do this, and go, little boy. Like that's
right?
all you need to do.
Get
Um,
ballsy.
but Roush is I'm in he's one of my more intriguing dart throws at tight end due to
Yeah,
the size and the speed. And I think he's one of the better ones to keep an eye on.
for
But
sure.
I just like Lance. I liked Lance before this,
Hmm.
and before his combine and then his combine. He was one of those guys that oh, small school, is he just running past accountants and whatnot? Or is he
Yeah,
really
yeah, he
fast?
is.
And then he was like, no, I'm fast as fuck, boy. And so, all right.
He will not be running around accountants for long. He's
No,
going to
he
the
will not.
pros,
He's going to the pros for sure. So
big dog
Bryce
style.
Lance gonna join his brother in the NFL. Sam Roush, sorry about you, but you're staying here. All right, so
Yep.
our last matchup is number 15 seeded JoJo Earl, wide receiver out of University of Las Vegas, going up against the 2 seed and Makai Lemon, wide receiver out of USC. And rounding out our triplets of would not have been on the list in previous seasons is JoJo Earl out
JoJo.
of UNLV. 5 years in college, 3 different schools.
Oof, oof.
He was a 4-star recruit who started at Alabama in 2021. Didn't really catch on very well there, then transferred to Texas Christian University for 2 seasons, then to UNLV. UNLV was his best season with 258 yards and no touchdowns.
Man, this guy is something else. Tell
Uh,
you, he's I watched this film, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, he looked
I
like the
found
kind
high
of guy
school
you could
film on
tackle
him.
by grabbing his jersey.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 6'1", 180. He's got, it looks like he has decent speed. I think he may have a little like special teams
I'm sure he does.
potential, but
He
like,
definitely has good speed and he's got good movement
yeah,
before the catch, but after the catch, don't sneeze
fair enough.
because you're gonna knock him down.
Yeah,
No scoring is pretty good evidence that you can't muscle through nothing.
yeah, I agree. And yeah, I mean, JoJo Earl, like I said, would not have made the tournament in previous years. Even with Makai Lemon's weird
Oof,
interviews,
oof,
rumors coming out of the
oof.
combine, he's gonna move on
Oh no.
very easily here. So JoJo Earl falls and Makai Lemon moves on. So a recap of the Western bracket, which it does get better now. It's just like we had
It
to weed
does.
out at 64 round. That 64 round, not great for the
Big
Western
number.
bracket. But once we're down, we're gonna have some pretty good matchups. Jordan Tyson moves on to take on Jacoby Lane, who moved on. Then we have Emmett Johnson moving on, gonna take on Kenyon Sadiq out of
Okay.
Oregon. Jonah Coleman moving on as well. He's going to take on Denzel Boston next week. And then we got Bryce Lance going up against Makai Lemon, not next week, whenever we get back to the West. Should correct myself. But until then, we're either going to be hitting the Midwest or the Atlantic side of the bracket next time. But until then, we've been Rough Draft Research. You've been the audience, and we'll see you in a bit.
You guys enjoy yourself. Go watch some film.
Yeah.
I took a lease out on your heart.